はい、おはようございます。待って。マイクが遠いか？ごめんね、ちょっと。こんなもんか。はい。ということで、今日もやっていきたいと思います。ということでね、今日タイトルにもあるように UC バンガードに、行きたいと思います。でね、またちょっとさ、お金がなくなってんの。2300しかなくて、これも船を完成させるまでの宿命だね。で、ちょっとね、船アップグレードしました。真っ赤っか。なんかさ、買えるっちゅうかさ、これはもう、チェンジゲッター1だな。ゲッター1に変形してる最中の感じだな。よし、行こう。いやー、今日雨なんすよ。てか最近マジ寒いよね。もう10月入っていきなり気温がぐわって下がっちゃってさ。いや、9月末ぐらいまではさ、真夏日とか言ってたのに、いきなりクソ寒いんだよね。雨がねえんだよな。7.77 いいんだけど、これは微妙だな。で、ちょっとその前にレベル上げました。レベル、昨日60か61ぐらいだったんだけど、今65になってんのかな？ 64 になってるね。武術が1上がってます。活性化が1上がってます。神経攻撃マックスになってます。あとは、ボクシング上げるか、決闘上げるかだな。あとライフルも1上げたいかなっていう。これ強くない？EM 兵器のダメージか。あれだな EM 兵器か。神経攻撃で EM ダメージ追加されるけど、これとは共有しないか。アーマー貫通若干欲しいよね。うん。よし。さあ、行きましょう。クアラ。
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
よし。どうすればいいか教えてくれ。
Take the elevator down to the Vanguard orientation hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
You enlisting too? I've always wanted to live in New Atlantis, but they only let citizens buy property, so here I am.
I mean, I don't like the UC any more than the next guy, but they've got the credits.
おい、どこ行くんだ？壁に顔向けて。 入隊同意書。私、モモンガ二等兵は同意します。コロニー連合バンガードに入隊すると、コロニー連合への必要な奉仕を行うことに同意することとなります。この奉仕では重大な危険にさらされる可能性があり、機体やあなた自身に危害が及び死に至る可能性もあります。この代わりとしてコロニー連合バンガードは、すべての船長に対し、経験の豊富さや任務の難易度に応じて保証を行うことに同意します。志願者全員に以下が要求されます。模擬戦闘飛行で十分な成績を収めること、使用任務を遂行すること、この前提条件を両方満たした場合、コロニー連合バンガードはあなたの市民権申請を援助し、一定以上の勤続や勇気ある行動を行った時点で、コロニー連合市民権の付与を保障することに同意します。上記の制約に同意し、コロニー連合と旅を始めますか。同意します。はい、行きます。あれこれ、ミッションが違う。あ、歩兵になってるわ。スープラ、ウルトラ。ふむふむ。
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
なるほど。ああ、300年前の地球だ。ちゃんとした地球やな。本当にどっかにないとことかない？あとオーストラリア大陸ある？ここマダガスカル。ちょっと待って。あれカメレオンのままになってる。マジそんなことある？こんなバカな。
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Varun.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers.
あれ
It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
あれ透明が解除されないな、これ。本当に。
The Free Star Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Free Star Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
サーペンツ
Beginning in 2240,
Serpent Crusade.
House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Free Star, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
自分たちで戦争を始めたのに
Of the many conflicts
張本人
between
が
the
いなくなってるって
galaxy's
いう
factions,
やべえよな
none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Free Star Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Free Star colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Free Star Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Free Star Collective offered terms of peace, which the
自由公
colonies'
正同盟
ultimate
も
interest in staving
やっ
off
てる
any
ことは
further
やべえよ
human
な
costs accepted.
民間人を盾に使うとか
The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since. Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Free Star planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of
まあ結
unfettered war.
局さ、戦争なんてものはさ、正義と正義のぶつかり合いだから、どっちが正しいとかないんだよね。どっちが自分の
I really hope
感性に合ってるかになっちゃうからな、こういう時だと。
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
なるほどな。
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestock Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty.
銀河中を巻き込んだ戦争って言ってる割には3年ぐらいしかね戦ってないんだね。
Known better as Vae Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
もうちょっと長く続いてもおかしくないんではある。でも進化しすぎると戦争のね期間も短くなるのかな。人がいっぱい死ぬからその期間。
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born.
あ、なるほ
An
ど。
official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
来るもの拒まずだったらなんかスパイとか入り込み放題な気もするけど
No
ね。
one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
はいはいはい。ということで、 このパイレットシミュレーターでティア5をクリアするためにはもうほぼ技術をマックスにしてないと無理だから、まあティア4ぐらいまでなんか余裕ですわ。
This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world.
さっさと
When you're ready to
顔だけ
begin,
透明になってる
take a seat in the pilot's chair.
デュランハンかなこれ。なんだよこのバグ。
Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the
なん
exam.
とかして。
Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active.
どうしちゃった。ごめんね、運転が下手だからさ、これあれだよね。酔うよね。
Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
そうなんよ。このパイロットを上げるときにこれをやればわざわざ出向いて戦う必要ないっていう話してたんだよな。
New targets active.
痛い痛い痛い痛い、やめてください。やめてください。怖いの怖いの。
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3.
基本的によ、そんなにレベル差がない限りは1対1じゃまず負け
New
ん。
targets active.
いやー、そんな遠くから撃たないでください。そんな遠くから撃たないでくださいよ。あ、やばい。今回シールドないからきついかも。普段はもっとシールドシステム上げてんだけどね、今回上げてないんだよね。
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations,
いや、
applicant.
3でももう別にいいんだけどな。ぐるぐる回りすぎて
Pass the
る。
exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the
もう1個
remaining
ぐらいは行くよ。
tiers.
ちょっと待って。これさ、これなんかさ、いや、透明なんだけど、顔だけ透明なんだけど、どういうことなんや、これ。
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
ダイモス。1対1なら負けんよ。何当たらなければ胴体痛い。負けたー。いいよ。いつも4までは行くんだけどな。これ服が消えないタイプの透明人間や。いつもこの時点でだいたいなんだろう、あれ上げてんのよ。スキルのシールドシステム2ぐらいまで上げてんだけど、上げてないから。
You can head up to Commander Tuala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. We'll only keep your best run.
ちょっとこれちょっとダメ。いや解除されん。これ何なんだ、このバグ何なんだよ。今日今日透明人間界やな。あ、やった。中の透明人間だな。いやこのゲームフォールアウト4の時からそうなんだけど、カメレオンの有用性が全くわからん。発見されるんよこれ普通に。あ、見えてますか。
Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
準備はできてい
Then
る。
let's get to them. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh?
全部見ます
A
よ。
test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? All right, clear tier 3. We try to set a high bar, so that's no small feat. Nice work. So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service.
10
Better
年
than
や
your
っぱ
average
10
lab
年
rat
な
or
んだ。
diplomat, but
これ
pretty
ティア
standard
3
for
だろう
folks
が
going
ティア
out to
5だろう
combat.
が10年なんだろうな。
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
ああ、準備はできている。
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
もうカメレオンどうやったら解除できるかな。わからんな。もしかしたらこれ一生このままかもしれんな。今日は。
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
誓います。
Then let me be the first to
あんまり
officially
誓いたく
welcome
はない
you
が
to the
誓います。
United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come. So Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
よし、任せてくだ
That's the
さい。
spirit. Head down to the spaceport
何
and
で
talk
もやり
to
ます
Crew
よ。
Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit.
新人キット。
Oh, and your advance.
ありがと
Give
う。
it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
スープラウルトラ。っていうかね。ミッション終わるときに前にやっぱ一回寝た方がいいんだよね。誰？どこ？誰？
Hey! Hey, you!
はい。
You have a minute?
はい、なんでしょう。
I need to talk to you.
なんでしょう。あ、後でいいっすか。後でいいっすか。あなたは私が見えてるんですか。
Hey! Hey, you! I need to talk to
い
you.
た。
You're the one that was on Vectera.
エクテラ？
You flew in on the
はい、
frontier.
はいはいはいはい。そうですけど。
I knew it. Tommy Bitlow, SSNN
Hi.
research
はいはい。
intern. Word is the frontier was involved in an attack.
あ、なるほどね。
It's true, right? You saw some real action?
紅の
This is great.
反対が襲撃してきた。
My boss, Nadia Mufaz, would kill to talk to you. An actual eyewitness. There's credits in it for credible, newsworthy information.
マジで。話していいものかわからない。
Just share what you want then. All we want to know is about the attack itself. Just
一
go to
瞬
the
誰か
SSNN building.
横切
It's
っ
not
たん
far.
だよ。話してる間を
Keep it up, Tommy.
横切るのやめてくんない
You're
か
killing it.
あ、そうだそう
Farnsworth sure makes a
だ。あ
great
なた。
steak. I'd eat them every day.
なるほどね。これだけ見ると今日 FPS でやってるみたいな。ほぼ変わらん。
She managed to limp back here at all. Bullet for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat. Pleasure to be working with you.
ちょびひげ。
It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up
ち
there.
ょびひげでもないか。
Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite.
In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots
お
get
あ
for
りが
their
とうござい
first
ま
mission.
す。
Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the
Hi, hi.
essentials in case of any surprises up there.
My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out?
準備はできた。
Then I won't keep you.
Make us look good out there, recruit.
はいはい。なんでだよ。これおかしいやろ。 待てよ。待てよ。待てよ。逆に怖いわ。どこだっけ？この中に何かいらん。やっぱ 7.77 の武器ライフルはいるな。ちょっと弱いんだよな。
Landing initiated. Watch flaring.
ちょっと一旦寝とこう。
I'm listening.
かわいい。かわいいかな。いやー、これさー、自分の船の構造が変わるから迷うんだよね。あ、重い。ちょっと待ってね、やっぱ一回あれだわ。一回抜けろ。もう透明気になってしょうがねえ。これもう一生あのまま。これロードして治んなかったら一生あのままだよ。あ、治った。よかった。一生透明人間かと思った。この武器使いにくいんだよな。これ使いにくいんだけど、一人称でやると使いやすいんだわ。ハローハローハロー。青のグルメ2年。ああ、読むのめんどくさい。こういうのは読まない。ああ、読むめんどくさい。荒れてるな。荒れてるね、これは。なんかある。あ、バッシュファイヤー、こっちの方が強いんじゃない？ありゃー、ありゃりゃー。そんなんいいんですか？もう、勝ちじゃん。これは勝ち。 いいのは剣。おお。死んでる。お金はもらう。アウトポスト。ザ・ホラー・アット・アウトポスト。アウトポストの今日。なんもねえな。なんか変な声が聞こえるんですけど、何
Either I got hit harder than I thought, or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here.
Everybody here?
Second floor main building. Be quiet.
あ、もう見るからにひどい状態だな。死んでる。死んでる。犯人はこの中にいる。抗菌剤もいるかっつうと全然いらないんだよな今。こんにちは。ちょっと待って。こんにちは。何かありましたか？
So what do we got here? It's too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. UC on patrol, maybe? You'll make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll.
UC バンガードだ。
Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph. One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
助けが必要なよ。
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools.
待って、ここには入植者を助けに来た。いや、もう入植者全員死んでんだわ。
Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
はいはい。わかりましたよ。ある？なんもないか。あ、グレート。グレートだー。時間がかかるかなこれ。ああ。3、4、5、6。あ、これじゃないな。これと、これ、はいはい。時間がかかるね。これで、こうか。いやー、これ合わない。合わないよな。若干違うよな。これも合わねえな。これも合わない。あ、これとこれは合わないか。これと、1、2、3、4。1、2、3、4。いやー、ちょうどいいの。あ、これかな？いやー、合わないな。いやー、合わないな、これ。これだな。ああ。一つずつ減らしていくか。あ、やらかしたか。やらかした気がするな、これ。やらかした。やらかした気がするな、これ。あれ、いや、大丈夫だった。やらかしたかと思ったわ。いや、いらんな。いや、いらんな。 ランケット取っちゃう。あーもうめんどくさい。そんじゃない気がするな。やべえ、もう全然頭が働かないかもしれない。これでトゥントゥントゥンっていうのがあればいいんだけど、トゥントゥントゥンがないんだよね。これとこうか。これとはい。はいはいはいはい。こっちマグショットが、マグショット微妙なんだわな。よし。セキュリティ接続。自動防衛。エラー。セキュリティシステム。いやー、順調だったんだな、途中までは。
Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello? Wish I'd found this earlier. You notice those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the terramorph is. It's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5.
厚く取ろっか。天に屋根が崩落しちゃってんじゃん。うら。あ、いけない。システムステータスオフ。追跡ステータスオン。はい。システム再起動。
What's that sound?
Security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move.
扉が閉まっているよ。
Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you can avoid it. The kill lanes. They're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live. Once they're online, lead the terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks. Give it hell, Vanguard.
ちじゃないんかい。あ、強い。突然くらい。レベル高っ。こっからいけるじゃん。なんかある。はいはいはい。いらんな。とか。やんやんやんやん。オッケー。タレちゃんが頑張ってくれるんだよね。そうなると。どこですか？どこ行った？どこ行った？63メーター。近づいてるね。いたいたいた。消えた。そうだ。あいつらテレポーテーションしやがる。あれ真下が。見えねえぞ。どこだ？どこ行った？エイドリアンが戦ってるわ。しゃあない。助けに行った。はいはいはい。 うしようか。あ、強っ強っ。どうしよっかな。待って、どこ行った？今日なんかおかしいぞ。いろいろおかしいぞ。それ食らっちゃう。いや、勝ってしょうがない。僕の手を使うしかない。ちょっと待って、おかしい。あ、変なとこはまった。あ、勝った。めっちゃ勝った。強い。こいつこっから出れないくせにマジ強い。面白い。めちゃくちゃ危ない。痛い。やめてください。泣いてる子もいるんですよ。痛い。やめてよマジで。リロードぐらいさせて。面白い。よっしゃー、強かったー。勝ってマジで。
Trekker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or.
それとも
Wait, you did it, didn't you?
いや、目の前で倒したんですけど。うん。
I'm just glad neither of us ended up bug food. You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you? All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
ああ痛い。あ痛いけどもう回復した。もう全開した。でも戦闘中もちゃんと回復してたねこれ。バグ修正されたのかな。もう回復パックはそんなにいらなくなったかもしれない。
You can do. Running basic diagnostics? Nothing. Maybe a flax can? Spectrograph. Damn. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But terramorphs, they're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us. So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. No one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Talseti, though, it's too young to have a native population. It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible.
ありえない話じゃないね。
Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one. They have. They even took down an entire city once. A place called Londinian had to be quarantined due to a massive outbreak during the colony war. It's the only known loss of that scale, but it's the reason why any change in our relationship with these creatures needs to be taken very seriously. Well, they're not exactly buying tickets and flying coach. The theory is that they're spread by some kind of egg or seed that's able to evade our detection. But how the hell an undetectable egg turns into a terramorph without anyone noticing is a question no one's ever found an answer to. And it's why what's happened here could be real bad news for the rest of human civilization. There is. There has to be. We just have to find it. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me? I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that terramorph data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit. Clear it with your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name.
心配するな。必ず司令官を。
Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. A bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here. It's not a lot, but you've definitely earned it. Should cover the cost of fuel to Mars at least. Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
すっごい目が赤いよね。いやー、強やな。間違えた。会いに行っちゃった。
Welcome to UC space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis.
いや最近ちょっとさ、デブリ始めててさまあここ10年ぐらい緩やかにデブリ続けててさ、ここ最近急激にデブリ始めてて、ダイエットするかなと思って。いやもうダイエットしなくても動けるデブを目指してもいいんだけどね。100キロ超えるには才能がいるから。ました。
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
エラモフの組織のサンプルを火星に届ける許可を欲しい。
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs?
みんな死んで
What
た。
happened to the settlers?
全滅だよ。
You killed a terramorph on your first mission. If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. But if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering this sample?
ヘイデリアンと名乗ってる。俺もセルと言ってる。
Hadrian. Sanan.
No.
I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War and was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens. In the run-up to the Colony War, the UC started a program with a singular goal. Find the deadliest, most terrifying aliens in the galaxy. And have them fight on the side of the UC. I never saw any of the deployments myself, but the program was clearly enough of a success that when the war came to an end 20 years ago, both sides agreed to have the practice banned. At which point, I presume, this tribunal decided to cut Sanan loose. Certainly seems that way. Did your survivor, Hadrian, she mention why she thinks this sample's so special? I see. This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet. Now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, I suggest you move out.
ひどい顔してたね今。すごいひどい顔してたぞお前。はい。で、弱い。微妙。これ UC バンガードのマスクってこんなのかな。あんな。ちょっと売りに行こうかな。
I'm pleased to report that our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or higher. I'm sure we have anything you... Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
メッセージね。
Yes, of course. Please, take a look.
いや、在庫があるかもしれないけど、お金がねえじゃん。
Come back if you need something else.
じゃあ、貿易管理局か。本当に嫌だったな。これ結構さ、こういう都市だけ回っててもダメで、なんかユニークな入植地があって、そういうとこでしか発生しないこうイベントとかあったりするから、なかなか奥が深いよ。
If you're going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep
違うか、こっちか。
How's it going? Can I help you?
こんにちは。
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
バンガードのモモンガ二等兵船長。二等兵船長っていうのもどうかな。
Do you know? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best. Dr. Walker decided to start brewing and selling his own pharmaceuticals to our customers below cost. Something his contract expressly forbade. As such, we requested our cut of the profits and began garnishing his salary. Perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits. It was around then that he ran off, abandoning his duty and his unpaid accounts.
まあなぜ採掘者が彼を囲おうとする、彼のパーシバル博士の作った薬を買ってたからだろうね。
That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the trade authority would be most grateful for it.
Wonderful. I suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle, what I suppose is technically a bar on the lowest level of the city. If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would. But I would urge caution. They're not a group known for their hospitality.
なるほどな。
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Adrian 様の紹介。
Doc Walker? Well, you're barking up the wrong.
Andy, you. Why don't you come here and tell me what some.
What?
Huh?
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker?
Ah, なるほど。どれを選ぶかな。
What? Someone give him the keys to a battle cruiser? Look, you can make up whatever crazy story you want.
あ、これ選んでもダメだって。
About Percival. Stop.
Stop.
Even if I did know where he was, I'm not telling some stray I don't know from a... Huh. Maybe there is something you can do. Percival's got this debt put on him by the Trade Authority. You make that go away, prove you're a friend of him and the rest of us devils, and... well, always inclined to help a friend. Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs. And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker. Oh, good, good. Listen, I know how you can do it without aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival, at least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract, but we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle.
なるほどな。楽そうでいいな。
Yeah, it does. It would be. There's just one issue. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop. But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. they'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore.
わかった。その鉱山の場所を教えてくれ。
Yeah. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
なるほどね。どっちでもいいんだわ。どっちでもいいんだわ、これ。マジで。これさ、これやるときにさ、バレバレやん。マジバレバレやん。マスターやんなきゃいけないでしょ。めんどくさいんだよね。じゃあ、もう一個の方行くか。
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work, good pay. I can't complain.
Glad I'm training out here and not somewhere like a...
最近さ、ネットフリックス、僕は何度か言ってるんですけど、ネットフリックスと、まあ、Hulu 入ってて、で、普段はもう大体ネットフリックスじゃなくて Hulu ばっか見るんですよ。で、親が両方見るんでね、両方加入してるんですけど、それでさ、ネットフリックスこの前プイって開いたら、ゴーストバスターズ、ネクストライフだっけ？あれがさ、配信されててさ、見ないとなと思って、ちょっと放置してる。見たいんだよね。そう。あれなんよね。ワン、ツーから何十年後の話なんだよね。ビル・マーレーがちゃんと出るんだよね。孫の世代。いや、ちょっとね、最近こればっかやってるから集中して見れないんだよ。最近今年ちょっと映画全然見てなくて、去年もそうなんだけど映画全然見れてなくて、毎年ね、結構 2,3 年前ぐらいまでは毎年8本近く見てたけど、8本いかないか、50本以上100本未満ぐらい映画見てたけど、最近めっきり見なくなっちゃったよ。ここ数年なんかゾンビ映画がさ、元気がないなと思って。一番最後に見た最新のゾンビ映画、多分アーミー・オブ・ザ・デッドなんだよね。監督の名前ど忘れした。ドーン・オブ・ザ・デッドのリメイクの監督だったんだよね。久々にゾンビ映画のメガホン撮って、その前はアナと世界の終わりを見たんだけど、いやー、僕も本当にミュージカルっていうかね、マジでダメなんよ。なぜかわからんけどマジで苦手なんよね、俺。だから 一時期流行ったさ、ララランドをさ、マジでダメでさ、ララランド。ヒロインがプールに行って、プールじゃねえな。プールでパーティーしてるところ行って、っていうところでもう見るのやめちゃったんです。マジでダメなんだ、僕。これライブで倒したのこれ何なの？すごい死に方してる。どういう死に方やこれ。手がめり込んじゃってるな。怖っ。れる。撃った。どこだよ。許さんぞ。痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。戦闘中ちゃんと回復するやん。どうしようか。あ、音がバグってるよ。あ、嘘強っ。瞬で溶けた。ああ、こっからか。めんどくさい。敵が強い。瞬で溶けた。いや、瞬で溶けたな。堂々と通ったらバレるやろ。 あれ、私何かやっちゃいました。やっちゃってなー。パーシバルウォーカー。はい。はい、500クレジットになります。じゃあちょっと、あいつに、お金ください。500クレジットください。どうした？報酬のクレジットは今受け取りたい。
Not something you want to say too loud.
はい、ありがとう。あ、やばい、お腹痛い。うんち行きたい。
Was there something else?
はい。パーシバルの借金を肩代わりしてる。
Very well. Let me take a look at his. That's not the number I remember. Headquarters must have felt sorry for the old man. Here, his current balance. I expect this won't be a great hardship for you. Then I suppose that's that then. Dr. Walker's debt is officially no longer a problem. You have my thanks. Oh, and if you do find him, please let Percival know I'm eagerly looking forward to never working with him again.
よし。ということで、あ、ちょっと、移籍します。トイレ行きたいです。ということで、よいしょ。
If you do find Dr. Walker, please tell him I'm looking forward to never seeing his face again. So strange for the central office to change Percival's debt without my notice. I think we'll need to be more selective in our hiring processes going forward. So strange for the central office to change Percival's debt without my notice. I think we'll need to be more selective in our hiring processes going forward. If you do find Dr. Walker, please tell him I'm looking forward to never seeing his face again. I think we'll need to be more selective in our hiring processes going forward. So strange for the central office to change Percival's debt without my notice. If you do find Dr. Walker, please tell him I'm looking forward to never seeing his face again. If you do find Dr. Walker, please tell him I'm looking forward to never seeing his face again.
さてさて。いや今日はさ今日は迎え酒みたいな感じなんでベロベロにベロベロじゃないな酔っ払いながら、まあ、やってるわけなんですけど。
It's done, eh? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shut it out, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Good you're going in there, actually. Bunch of spacers moved in, not long after we got Percival set up. Don't expect he'd run out before they got taken care of, but I'm sure he'll appreciate not having to find out if I left him with enough rations. Here, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
でも僕ね、若い時本当にビール飲めなくて、僕結構ね苦手な食べ物あったら克服するんですよよくわかんない習性なんですけど、僕克服するためにさ、同じものを1週間ぐらい食べ続けたり飲み続けたりして、でそれで克服する。舌が慣れるっていうから5日続けると3日続けるとっていうか、だから若い時にこれやってるともっといろんなことができたかなって思う。知ってればね、若い時昔、本当に昔2011年か10年か忘れたけど、会社の同僚とさ、すっげえ仲の良かった同僚とさ、オクトーバーフェストってやってたのよ、昔。今もやってんのかなと、東京。あれどこでやったっけ？代々木だっけ？代々港だっけ？僕はあ、ごめん。これ、少々お待ちをって出したまんまだった。待って。スマホがね、ちょっと待ってな。どう？あ、ちょっとジャンプできない。皇居があるところは、ここの公園って何公園だっけ？代々木だっけ？あこ日比谷だっけ？あ、も そう、有楽町。新橋じゃなかったな。あの辺丸の内だっけ。あ、日比谷だ。日比谷だ。日比谷公園。日比谷だ。あそこでさ、オクトーバーフェストをやっててさ。で、この時もうほんとビール飲めなくてさ、めっちゃ面白かったけどね。あの時にビール飲めてたらもっと面白かったんだろうなとは思う。あれ、あの時、あれ2010年か11年だったよな、行ったの。5月だった。確か。で、その後、福岡でもなんかあったりしてさ。あ、結局ここ来るんかい。ここめんどくさいとこだったな。そういや、ここめんどくさいとこだった。あ、やべえ、ちょっとお腹減ってきたかも。重火器許さんぞ。あー、ブレる。あー、微妙にずれるな。当たらん。なんでや。あ、今のはした。さっきから当ててるはずなのに当たってないんだよ。痛い。怖っ。あと82のやつ。結局ここ来ないといけないのか。めんどくせえな。これやだな。強えんだよな。死んじゃいます。 おい、どうしたほら。ああ、わかんない。わかんない。はい。はい。どこ行った？どこ行った？行けたぞ。ジャンプで逃げた。痛い、燃えた。やめろ、やめろ。おいしく回収したぞ、ほら。ほら。回収してね。あ、武器落とせよら。武器落とせよら。武器落とせよら。武器落としなさいよ。おし、落とした。ええ。逃げるのかな。ほら逃げるんじゃないよ。逃げるんじゃないよ、貴様。散々やりやがって貴様。やばい。やはり北斗神拳最強だったな。いや、もうちょっと豪商派使っていくべきなんだよ。レベル高いんよな。いや、ドアに当たるな。見えぬ。わからぬ。どこだ。わからぬ。わからぬ。こうよ。見えねえよ。いた。 たいです。上か。お前許さんぞ。顔出せほら。いた。らんな。合ってるから別にいるん隠れる必要もない。もう一体どこにいんだ。わからんな。あいつだけか。僕と交渉か。僕と交渉か。ロギーバーどうなんだ。100以下はダメだな。いらんな。なんもねえな。回復パックだけか。弱い。奥か。全く覚えてないわ。いやあれだな、サイレンサーつけたいな。 レベル高えな、地味に。あれ当たらんのか。多いんよ。レベル高い上で多いんよ。開拓してる、癒される。あれ当たってねえの。こんなバカな。同じモーションしてる。痛い。痛いよ。痛いよ。あー痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。いやーしんどい。あ、でもあれだわ、今までここをやるとき、ここに来たときはだいたい2人いたからな。あ、そうか。公平用のパワーバックめっちゃダサくない？久々のノービス。つれえな。距離がつれえな。武器はいらんが、お金と 卵欲しい。
Finally got you. Now we're in business. Where'd you go? You're not taking me out.
暗くてわからん。今日土曜日か。そうだよな。土曜日だから向かい酒やってんだよな。4位の敵が。あ、強い。やべえの。またやべえの。あれ当たらんのかい。マジか。ワイルドサウンド。いっぱい持っているサウンド。もう一人いるな。おお、結構削られたな。なさそうなんだけど。出てこなければやられなかったのに。あ、これは強い。 ほほほほほ。マグショットがね、僕あんま使えないんだわ。なんかないかな。さてさて。もうちょっと上で倒したような気がしたけど、ないか。いや、ここ地味に長いんだよな。またここ上にいないよね。お、何かあるかな。プレートだ。いらない。何もいらない。
Get back to it, I guess. The bar's mine.
なんかいるな。
Not so sneaky now. Where?
見えなかった。
Here when you. Not.
どっちから来たっけ。こっち行けばいいか。ほほこだな。どこだ。いがわからん。上か。上だな。上行かなきゃいかんな。ライフルはライフルでも連射できるライフル欲しいよな。君に。アサルトライフル的な。今使ってるマークスマンライフルみたいな感じだから。もう全滅させた感じ。 3だな。いらんな。いらんな。中にいたっけ？ちょっとした段差をさ、飛び越えるようにしてほしい。ボールアウトの時からそうなんだが。お待たせしました。
Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
これさ、もう一個のオプションやってると、オプションのこっちを探索するやってるとさ、借金帳消しにせずこっちに会えるってことだな。テラーモーフに襲われて生き延びたの大丈夫というならそういうことだな。そうだな。
Terramorph. She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way? Terramorph attack, huh? Not exactly sure why you'd be bringing that... Wait, Tau Gourmet? Like Tau Ceti Tau Gourmet? That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a Terramorph. Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe, or if she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
いやー、ここ大変だったな、なかなか。
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Managed to negotiate it down to something more reasonable. Good to see someone give the trade authority a bit of their own medicine. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was an entire city wiped off the map. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity. So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You wanna tell me what your plans are for it now? The circle. Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
やったぜー。終わった。やっと終わった。一回寝たいけどね。一回寝たいけども。すんげえ散らかってんな。あったー。こんなとこにあったのか。よし、無事脱出完了。じゃあシドニアに。なんかこれさ、ホテルに泊まるとさ、二度とホテルに同じホテルに泊まれなくなるバグがあるらしいじゃん。お待たせしました。
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
いやー、マジで大変だわ、このゲーム。
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
まあ対応できる範囲だった。
Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
魅了はできない。説得が低いんよ。
But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
わかった。内閣と話に。
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the Cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
よっしゃ、終わったー。レベルアップもした。お金も増えた。何に振るかっていうとこだよねって言いたいけど、もう間違いなくライフル免許。いや、そろそろ武器エンジニアリングに振った方がいいような気もするんだけどな。
Found a clutch of provided with routine programs to team members. Science, mathematics, history. Put your children on the right path to success and enroll today.
で、今度はどこ行かなきゃいけないんだ。 じゃあちょっとあれどこだどこだわからん。ここ上あれここは何の部屋？あ、船長室だ。じゃあはい、どこ？ヘイドリアンどこ？ヘイドリアンどこ？これか。
Captain, over here.
はい、来ましたよ。
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of...
いや、説得必要だったかな。ここに立たなきゃいけないんだよね。
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
データがなければ公平な判断を下せない。
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Ah, 奴は不意をつかれたコロニーを全滅させた恐るべきことだ。これはまあそうなんだけど。
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far,
許可はしないよな。
if you were in that position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
私だったら様子を見る。まだ情報が不十分だ。
Yes, given what we've heard, I find myself in agreement, Captain.
No, the Captain is precisely right. We could hardly be expected to make a galaxy-affecting decision on such scant evidence.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we've... Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs? More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God. There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanners somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. The nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
よし、 行きましょう。スタミナ減りが早いんです。あなたついてくるとマジで。ここなんか能力アップする例のやつなかったっけ？
Yes? What?
お、なんかバットボールだったよ。新しいスポーツやな。新しいっていうかベースボールの改良版みたいな。よしかー、嫌だな。これやんなきゃいけないんだよな。
Now hit him with everything you've got. Stop! We're trying to help you. Stop.
痛い痛い痛い。全然気絶せんのだが全然気絶せんのだが。あれ無力化してないこれ。ここまでやんなきゃいけないのか。これ十分無力化してるような気がするけど。
I can't let you.
邪魔、マジ邪魔。全然たまらんこれ。よし、オッケー。鎮圧しました。
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
急がないとやまずいよね。
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
いやー、またテラーモーフか。やだなー。弾がな。
lost. You're never gonna win. They always win.
Over here. Please. You have to help me.
Right.
いやー全然ダメージ入らん。
Stop! Stop! Don't shoot! We're friendly!
大勝破。あー強い。全然強い。超勝て。
What is this? A new surprise? Let's see how quickly you can die.
You can't beat it. It's too strong. Give up now.
All around! Nowhere is safe!
Closer. Closer. Closer now.
Nice. 痛い。強ー。マジ強ー。
What is this? A new surprise? Let's see how quickly you can die.
開いた。皆さん。あー強い。マジで強い。
Wait, officer, are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, barely holding our perimeter.
めちゃくちゃ勝て。
You've done this before. Well,
but I can't risk them taking over anymore. Put those things down and do it fast. We hold them as best we can.
あと2体。
Heard you might be looking for some back?
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
援護してくれ。
Roger that. We're on you.
いやー強い。マジで強い。いまいちだな。全然減らせん。
I'm coming. Meat to this. あ、投げすぎた。 Stand still. Your skin. いやー強え。マジで強え。
It's not working. It's never going to work.
無理がな。痛い。
There's one right there.
Never say. Never say.
There it is. Open fire. Fire!
ああ痛い。
It's got me. Where are you?
いや全然倒せん。ちょっとマジ勝て。 強いかもしれない。
It's too strong. Give up now.
よし、つえマジつえ。マグショットかもしれん。これは正解はマグショットかもしれん。地形にダメージ効果のあるやつを使った方がほらんね。口が食らってる。これ強いかもしれない。テラーモーフにはマグ系の武器かもしれない。つらいつらたん。いやーきつい。車線に入んないで。
You can't beat it. It's too strong. Give up now.
やっとわかね。強っ。
All wrapped up. We'll find a good use for this.
いやー強い。マジで強い。一旦お休みします。一旦寝させてくださいよ。マジで辛すぎる。
Need something, Chief?
いやーマジ強えなテラーモーフ。テラーモーフをちゃんと楽して倒したいんならエイリアン胎児系のエンティティじゃねえや、特性がついた武器持つしかねえな。
Thank the heavens you're back in one piece. I guess our people weren't so lucky.
彼らの犠牲は無駄じゃなかった。街は安全になった。
The few protecting the many.
And it would have been plenty more if it hadn't been for the two of you. The
はい、
city
3時間
owes
超え
you
てるよ。
both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
あ、なんかすんげえいっぱいくれてたんだこれ。気づかなかったわ。いらん。こんな武器で倒せるわけないやろ。いやマジで強え。大丈夫か。ああ凄惨な現場だな。お前は生きてんのか。よかった。いやマジで強え。結局素手で殴って削りまくってスタンさせた方が強えような気がする。
They said you're free to come and go.
That's a relief.
問題を片付けた。
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
We're counting on you, Captain.
Ah, there you
Don't
are.
let my people's sacrifice
I believe
be in vain.
we have some things we should discuss.
The next time Terramorphs rear their ugly heads, the UC is going to be ready.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Terramorph data from the
犠牲が
archives,
出なきゃ、直接
as
自分
well
たちに
as
犠
a
牲が
subsequent investigation
起き
into
な
the
きゃやっぱ
nature
そうな
of
っち
these
ゃうよな。
attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
それを最善との確信したらそうしよう。
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data.
一人の人間にいろいろやらせすぎじゃないですかね。
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Officer.
Yes.
I've got a lot of calls to make.
Yes. Yes, sir.
チーズここに来いって言われたんですけど。
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice archives ASAP. So, we've got no time to waste. You know what the archives are, correct? Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the three major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency and requires a one-time use code from each of the three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince two people, the ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun, to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done. Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun? The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code. Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell. So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convinced to work with you. All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
Peace.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again.
though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
まあ、バルーン家も同じ
Of
人間だ。
course. But there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually
なるほどね。
still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several
そん
years
なに
now
人前
since
に
he
出ないん
last
だ。
poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
まあ、死体を追ってないことを祈ろう。
It would at least be a speedier negotiation. But I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind.
Be smart out there, Captain.
わかりました。わかりました。はい、ということで、今日は、ちょっと、その前に、船見ようかな、船。でも、1レベルアップしたぐらいじゃ何も変わらんか。7.77 の武器が欲しいな。
Need some work done? Got anything you need to offload? Sure, have at it.
ヤクタ40のやつがマックスだったっけ。とりあえずあとグラブドライブをアップしなきゃいけないんだよな、そろそろ。あ、でももうグラブドライブもマックスか。あとこの船ですることは特に何もないかもしれん。武器がしょべえなと思うけど、まあ武器はな、これダセえな。これダセえから、はい、じゃあふむあとなんかあるかな。多分エンジンもこれが多分、もう一個上があったっけ。いや、これがマックスだよな。もう他にできることがね、ゲッターローなのかカエルなのかよくわからんが、6万あるんだよな。ちょっともうお金を使うことが弾丸ぐらいしかなくて、商業区じゃねえや、どこだっけ。居住区か。ここで朝なのに行きたい。 見せてください。
There's something to be said. I'm sure we can.
これ強えな、450。もうビッグバン強いんだよね、実は。ビッグバンかなり強くて。敵から落とすの待ちたいな。ああ。いやー、難しい。っていうか、強すぎる、あいつ、マジで。攻撃力300あって全然削れんからな。テラーモフつらかった、マジで。マジで強え。このストーリーこのまま進めて大丈夫かなっていうぐらい強えわ。はい、ということで今日はまあこんな感じでちょうどストーリー半分ぐらいのはずなんで、次回はもっと辛いかもしれない。武器をアップデートしたいな、それまで。はい、ということで今日ちょっと長々やっちゃいましたけど、まあ次回またよろしくお願いします。それじゃあまたね。視聴ありがとうございました。良い一日を。